Oh, we are. Oh my gosh, we are live. How are you, friend? We haven't done one of these with just you and me in a couple of weeks, and I'm just, kind of tidying myself up so we can enjoy a little time together. Checking in. It is Danny, formerly of the G105 Morning Show, K92 in Roanoke, moving 107.7 in Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach, Norfolk. Mix 96 in Canton, New York. Come on, come on. But thank you guys so much for joining in. We'll let some eyeballs come in and we'll get interactive. What's on your mind? Did you have your dinner? I will let you know right now. I did order Domino's, and I will probably have to run out in the middle of this to allow the Domino's to come and deliver the pizza. But so excited that we can still connect on social media. This is so important to me as I have time to kind of start different things. As it wasn't of my choosing, but no longer am I on the radio for right now. So we're going to connect on social media, and the podcast is live. Hello, Danny Show. You just search for, and then we realized when we initially did the podcast that Danny Show, there's a lot of those out there. And since we were starting new, we were at the bottom of all of that, which was a mess. So we've retitled the show Hello Danny Show. Hi Asia. Anybody checking in? If you got something you want to say or ask, I would love to hear from you as we do our live and that podcast, which is on all of the different platforms. Though I will admit, I only checked on Spotify and Apple and iHeart was not working as of this afternoon. And I believe that's just a coincidence. I don't believe they're targeting me, even though they asked me to leave the building, and we'll get you your things later. Steven, how are you, my friend? Steven wants to know when are we drinking? Well, this is just a light little Danny wine, just a little Sauvignon Blanc that I got from Wine Store Village District, which is very refreshing French wine, and I believe a lower alcohol. So that means is healthier. Yeah. Asia, I am doing so well, friend. Thank you so much for asking. And now I'm saying that, and part of the live tonight is I'm going to play you a few highlights of the podcast, which is going to drop tomorrow, where I went into it. I just wanted to make sure that I was giving you everything. And so many people have checked in with me, you guys that were part of the show, also my friends and family, and you just reflexively answer, great, everything's awesome. Maybe that's not 100% honest. So I went there on the podcast, and we'll get into that. Laura, it's about time. It's about time you caught live. Now, it's just me tonight, even though we are doing a full cocktails and chat podcast with me and Ben. He has to work. He waits tables at Relish. So if you are watching live and you would like to get some food and some beverage, you can meet Ben live. You can go to Relish if you're in Raleigh. You can go there. So that's pretty cool. Jen, yes, Lynchburg girl. It is so great to be able to connect with you. Before all of these jobs in the last few years, which were G105 in Raleigh and Moving 107.7 in Virginia Beach, Norfolk area, K92 was a wonderful experience. And that's the kind of cool thing about this time right now, as I'm kind of between radio jobs. Hopefully, there's another radio job for me, is that I am, because of these social media pages that I haven't been doing anything with them in the last couple of years. So getting back on here, I get to connect with you, Jen, and other folks that were a part of K92. Pamela, oh my gosh, you guys! I will say that the contacts that you guys have made through social media have been sometimes like hard to read because they're too kind, and I don't deserve it. I don't know that I'm worthy of what you guys bring, but I will continue to do what I can to make you happy and do fun things and do some content. So part of this podcast, which again, it's called Hello Danny Show, and it's wherever you get your podcasts, is I'm cooking. I'm doing these cooking videos because it's something that we kind of reference briefly on the radio show because we have to be so quick. And I don't know that you want a recipe reading at 6 o'clock in the morning as you're getting ready for work. But on your own schedule, as you're scrolling Instagram, if you want to come on into my kitchen, I don't know, maybe it's something that we can do. And Pamela, yes, K92, so amazing. Joanne, thank you. Thank you. But they're doing what they feel like they have to do. And I hope that everything works out for my friends who are still at those former radio stations. Oh, by the way, I was only fired from G105. Like the other ones, I mean, I got to choose my own exit. I only got fired one out of the three most recent jobs. Julie, miss you so much too, friend. It is definitely weird because I've been doing morning radio. I did the math on it, almost 20 years, like 18 years. Um 14 of it in Roanoke, Lynchburg on K92, and I'm still getting up every day at 6 o'clock. Like, why is that not changed? Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand. So, podcast, there are 3 episodes up right now. Of course, it's free. I know some of the podcasts, I realize, some of the good ones, like the high profile ones, they're making you subscribe, just like it's a streaming service on television. And we already have too many subscriptions and too many things, but ours is one of the freebies. Ben and me, and we are doing it Wednesdays, and we like to record it live for you in this window of time. And the format is like this. And it may change, but it just felt right to me. I know it's a little silly, but I wanted to make some food, have a drink, and then chat. And the chat is going to be stories, the hot topics of the day, and also, some of the kind of woo-woo inspirational stuff that I love so much. And so in this format, maybe I can bring a little more of that to you. Again, the radio show, some of the things just don't seem like you can do it 6 o'clock in the morning on a radio station. But we can do that here. We can talk about all sorts of things. And then Ashley, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you guys so much. And again, any thoughts, any questions, any comments, please drop them in and I will get to that first clip. This is a highlight of the podcast, which is going to drop tomorrow, where I address the F word. And Ashley, as much as I love you, what are you doing using that F word, that failure word? Um, how do we feel about it? Let's find out. Heavy today to go right in on it.
Yeah, I will allow it.
I would like to talk about failure.
Ooh.
Have you, friend, failed at something in your everybody has.
Mhm.
You have to always look at a failure and say, what is my part in this?
Right.
Not that you need to feel bad for the rest of your life, but you need to be accountable. I set the intention, and all along the way, I put out little steps toward making my dream job come true at G105, and it did come true. And I failed at my dream job. If I were able to put up ratings, and I said to myself, and I even confided in our boss, Vanilla Milkshake, I said, I think I may have failed here. I think this may be a sign from the universe that I'm not going to win here. I'm not meant to win here.
I don't think you should, I mean, you should feel whatever you feel, but like, it's not on you specifically, because there was just so many elements that made this be what it is.
If I were able to get it together, we'd still be there.
That's a tricky one, though.
Right? Because it's true. That's the fact.
I truly don't believe
I don't
you
know
failed,
why you got to say it. It's therapeutic. We failed.
We failed.
And I failed you. I failed the people at the radio station. I failed you. And I feel really bad about that. I feel guilty that I wasn't able to do a better job and make better choices so that, you weren't in this situation.
Well, I don't blame you at all. I know if you think you failed, then you can take that. But I truly don't believe that this was on you. This is certainly not your doing. We were we had the best interaction with you listeners that we've ever had, that I've ever had.
Oh, there's no doubt.
No doubt.
There's
about
no
that.
doubt that there was something happening that was profound. And there's a chance if the folks at iHeartRadio stuck with it, we would have been able to see
Mhm.
the ratings. All of it would have been
Yeah.
able to pay
100%.
off eventually. But it ended for a reason.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I just think I
Sure.
wasn't meant to win here. You
Yeah.
know, I wasn't meant to.
Okay.
And I thought that in December, and I never told you.
But I think this is a happy failure. I think this is a good failure because it means we're on to better things. We're detached from what we were doing there that was not good, and now we're ready to do whatever we need to do to succeed.
I can piggyback that a little bit too, in that I never would have given up. I would, and this is true of me throughout all of my life. When I have been in bad relationships, when I have been in bad situations, I always hang with it way too long.
Sure.
And so it's hard for me to say, but it's a good thing that they made that decision when they did, so we can move on to what's next.
Agreed.
Can I take you further into the pit of despair?
Oh boy, we're going deeper.
Thank you for listening to Cocktails and Chat. You guys, and that's the thing. It's like, yeah, we're going there, and I'm clearing it out. But there's something that I feel so passionately about going fully into whatever it is, feeling whatever emotion, getting it out, saying the word failure. I grew up in an Irish Catholic home, and we were not able to like really say anything, like it was a very different dynamic. And I've been fired before in radio, and I remember very vividly when I was getting together with family, and people were like, "How you do? What's going on with your job?" And I said, "I got fired, and I got in trouble as an adult." My mother actually pulled me aside, like she pulled my earlobe and pulled me aside and said, "You can't say that." I'm like, but it's the truth. Like you just have to, kind of connect with that. And this isn't about making anybody sad. Because this is a different forum, and a podcast is a place where, you kind of are a little more confessional. We go further in this one. We go further in there, and I don't want to make you sad, but I also want to be genuine and tell you exactly how I'm feeling. Asia, thank you so much. And that's the really interesting thing about right now is I am there with you, and I am such a believer in things working out for a reason, and you just have to trust. And I'm working through that. I'm working through that. And I do believe that. So thank you so much for your kind words. Again, we are live. I say we, but Ben's not here with me because he had to work tonight. But we got together a little earlier this afternoon, and we did a new podcast, which is going to drop very, very soon. Hello, Danny Show is what it's called on all the different platforms. We have food, we drink some beverages, and we get confessional. And this one is another clip as we are talking about the transition and what we're feeling that 90% of people do.
Eat a lot and drink a lot.
I'm going to give you just a little bit of a setup on this one because it started a little later than I wanted it to. But when you have a relationship end, what do 90% of people do? Last weekend, and the rain was really bad. And one of the things, and I think because you talked about a relationship failing, marriage failing, when you get on the other side of that, what is something that 90% of people do?
Eat a lot and drink a lot.
Or try to lose weight. Maybe you drink a lot, but you don't eat a lot.
Okay. True.
It's because you want to get hot for the new one,
exactly.
So I want to get sexy and hot and thin for the sexy new radio station, Ben. So I immediately, after being let go, went back into a fitness regimen. So on Saturday, I didn't want to take a day off, so I went mall walking.
What, were you there at like 7 a.m. with the mall walkers that like show up before the mall technically opens?
It was probably 10. So what I didn't realize is about a third of the stores are open at
Yeah.
that time. They open at a stat. I didn't know that. I'd never been at the mall at that time when all the stores were open. It was really weird.
Yeah.
So mall walking in, it was me and nobody that was even close to my age.
No, they're
that
all
were walking.
median age like 85, 90 years old, and mostly women, I think. I've
No,
heard
couples.
oh, really? Oh, wow.
Oh my God, a lot of old men
Okay,
mall walking.
okay, all right.
Please.
Look at you, man.
So as I was mall walking, I had one of those profound moments of clarity.
Oh, those are the best.
Right? And it was when I was rounding the corner in one of the very dark corners, because there's nothing open there in that corner. Very dark corner. And the store that was there with the garage door closed all the way. Sears.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Sears.
R.I.P. Are they all gone? Are all Sears gone?
Pretty much all.
Okay, yeah. Darn.
And my profound thought at that moment was, I don't want to be Sears. I'm kind of Sears.
Whoa.
Because radio's kind of Sears. Like traditional radio is kind of Sears, where it's in this transition where so many people are leaving what we did, which was be on live every day in traditional radio, and they're going into podcasts, they're going into social media. And that was my profound thought, is I feel like I'm half Sears.
Oof, that's hella deep.
Yeah.
That's hella deep when you come to that realization. And
Yep.
then also have the visual of like a very dark corner of a mall with the weird prison gate shutting it.
I took a selfie of myself.
Did
with
you?
Sears.
No.
I was like, current state. When you have a job and it takes up a certain, by the way, my dog just passed gas and it's awful. Unless it's you, Ben.
No, I was
It's
wondering.
not you.
I thought it
But
was
I
you
thought
for
that was
second.
no, it's the dog.
Or the
and I
the
think it is.
crock pot or
I think that's
I didn't know.
maybe it's a mix. Maybe we are getting good
No,
smells.
that's definitely
That's dog fart.
That's definitely dog fart.
Yeah,
It's
and it was one of those things that was like, right now, there is a message from my dog's colon
Yep.
that says we're getting too heavy and we need to move out of this
Yes.
at some point. But I this is the way I've been feeling this week. I had a really rough Monday.
So it might be the end, or
But yeah,
maybe,
Ben, we were Sears, and now
Yeah.
the Fred Show is Amazon.
Are they Amazon?
That
Then is Amazon gonna- I
little
don't-
radio in joke for who will be coming on where we used to be on G105. It's so great to connect with you guys live on Facebook and YouTube. Hi, friend. Can you give me a phonetic spelling? Because I've seen your messages before and I have no idea. I'm not even going to attempt to say your name because I don't want to butcher it. But yeah, we miss you very much too. But they do have a new show coming, and the show's actually really good show. Nice guy, really good. Yeah, Tammy, right back at you. Yeah, it's yes. Applying for a radio job is, well, you don't send a tape anymore. Although yeah, back in the day you did send a tape, and then there were CDs, and now it's MP3s and videos. You know, like people want to, right? It's radio, but we do videos as well. But more than anything else, because it is such a select. Noelle at Christmas. Okay, thank you. Now I will never screw up your name. I will always get you. I promise, Noelle. And so good. How attractive are all of you? Oh my God! As I'm like looking at your comments, you just, my God, so attractive. I changed my profile picture on my personal Facebook today, and people were commenting on it because I don't have a beard and I had a beard in the picture. And the reason I posted that is my before picture. I am committed to losing weight during this time of transition. So I posted that, and there will be one once I lose 40 pounds. And Morgan, you don't have to drive to work in silence. Direct message me. I'll give you some options. I got good options. I got good options. It has taken me 3 weeks of unemployment to find some other radio shows that I really enjoy listening to in the morning, but I would be happy to share them. Samantha, miss you too. Again, if you want options, I get you. I got you. I got you. You guys checking in. This is everything. Okay. Again, you got to give me a direct message. I will give you some excellent options. And with your request, a music genre that you want to go with your morning content. I'm guessing if you're asking me, then you do want there to be some kind of fun along with the music. So I will get you, and I really do think the show that's coming on G105 is going to be a really good show. I do. I do. I know. And I wish it was really bad and make it easier. Um Kara, oh, really? My voice. If I do my soothing voice, then I think it will soothe you right to bed on this Wednesday. Since this is a little over 3 weeks of unemployment, I do forget what day of the week it is because it's just blurs. It really does. I'll have days on the weekend that I have a lot of stuff going on, and then I'll have like a random Tuesday where there's not much, and it's wild. It is wild. It's a really good question because it, this is something where like I'm taking a lot of time to do this stuff with Ben so that we can continue doing fun things and explore podcasts and videos and different social media. But I'm looking there are ways that you can do it. And so I was watching some YouTube videos last night on how to do it. So you we might be able to get together on social media, talk, and share music. That's not something you can do on Facebook or Instagram, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Oh my God, Georgia. I would love to. I would love to. Yeah, I would say it's a challenging time. I don't know that it's difficult. Because like people go through stuff all of the time. It's a challenging time because I don't know what's next. And I'm trying to be at peace with that because I do believe it's going to be good. But there are challenges, but overall, real good, real good. Miss you, Sherry. Miss you, and I love the dog pictures. Oh, but yeah, that little there is this thing. Oh yeah, Stephanie. I know, where did he go? My dog, Mr. Nelson, was in here with me, and I thought he was going to make an appearance, but he's gone to the other room to chill out. Like kids, dogs during this window of time, and you know that I'm right on this, Stephanie. There's this window of time in the evening where they just even mellow dogs like Mr. Nelson just get crazy for like an hour from like 6 to 7 or 5:30 to 6:30 or 7 there's like a random hour where they just get crazy. Kids are the same way. And Nelson was absolutely nuts until I got on here with you guys, and now he's chilling out in the other room. Absolutely, yes. Everything does happen for a reason. I don't know the reason, but I know it's coming. It's coming. I love you too, friend. Apple, it's there. It's there. Do you need me to do a screenshot for you? Because I think I can do that. But yeah, if you just go to Apple Podcasts and search for Hello Danny Show, that's how you get it. We had to adjust it because when we initially launched a podcast a couple weeks ago, and we were on here hanging with you guys and recording the podcast, that episode is up there, but it like couldn't get posted because, or you couldn't find it because we called it The Danny Show. And there's just too many. There's just too many. But Hello Danny Show. Oh, it's easy. If you search for Hello Danny Show, it'll come right to the top. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. Guys, new episode of that podcast dropping tomorrow. We're always going to get together. I mean, I say always. I don't want to make false promises, but we're really going to try to get together on Wednesday nights right around this time. And then there's going to be other stuff posting as well. There was a request for me to make macaroni and cheese that I make. I will make that for you. I will absolutely do that. Oh, yeah. I know. It was. I didn't want to say anything else because we actually had a lot of problems getting those initial episodes of the podcast posted. So I didn't want to make false promises until I felt very confident. But it seems like everything is up and is excellent right now. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, everybody, for checking in. And hopefully, we're able to do a live recording of the podcast next Wednesday with Ben and special guest stars. Who's going to be our first special guest? You'll have to hang in with that. We got a double. How is Megan? I think she's doing great. I've already talked to her this week. And she's got a little different journey than Ben and I on this radio show. They initially let Megan and I go and then they changed their mind. And so yeah, so it's a little different different situation going on with Megan, but she's such a great friend, and we had message her and ask her about our Saturday night at my house. If that were on social media, we'd all be in big trouble. But thank you guys so much. Hello Danny Show is the hashtag, or the handle for all different social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or TikTok. Hello Danny Show, and that's also where you can find the podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Just search for Hello Danny Show, and we'll get together real soon. Love you. Bye. 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 Bye.